Juvia's Place is getting called out yet again for not paying their content creators. And I have to say, I feel like this is so ironic because if you guys don't recall, just about 2 weeks ago or within the past 2 weeks, I had made, y'all, maybe it was 3 weeks ago now that I'm thinking about it. Anyways, whatever the time, within the past month, okay, let's just say that, I made a video about Juvia's Place not paying their content creators. And y'all, within that video, I had mentioned this has been an ongoing thing with Juvia's Place. You guys can head over to Reddit, literally type in Juvia's Place not paying content creators. You guys can see how many people have come forward and said that they have not been paid by Juvia's Place. Now, if you guys don't want to go back to that last video, I literally just spit all over my mic right now. Luckily, it has a guard on. Anyways, if you guys don't want to go back to that video, there is a TikTok in there, a TikToker, I should say, who made a video calling out Juvia's Place and said, look, I created this content for them. They ended up ghosting me and not paying me. So she made a public video about it. I did mention within that video that content creator did take that video down. And my speculation, 100% speculation, because y'all, at the end of the day, I literally am just a gossip channel over here. Okay, y'all, I'm not going to go hit up somebody and ask them for their full statement on it. I'm not a journalist like that. Okay. And I don't claim to be. So my speculation on this is that Juvia's Place ended up seeing it because it was gaining some traction on TikTok. I think that they ended up paying her, but they had said, like, can you please take down the video? And I think that she did take down the video because of that, because I think that she would have left it up because obviously Juvia's Place was getting called out. If you guys recall from that video though, I had said, this is just my own opinion, if I was her, I would have left it up because I really do think that puts things into gear for Juvia's Place to get it the fuck together. Because clearly what they are doing now is an ongoing thing. And now that this content creator is coming forward, which I will show you within today's video, stating the same exact thing, that they are ghosting her when it comes down to pay. And I really do hope that this creator doesn't take down her video because I do think it is important to leave these types of things up. Like, y'all know when I had beef with Morphe, like, y'all, I had major beef with Morphe. Like, the way they did me was so grimy, so dirty. And you know what's so crazy is, like, looking back on things, I was too scared to read our emails because it was confidential and whatnot. And I'm like, I wish I would have been, by the way, this was probably like 6 years ago, so long ago. I wish I would have been a little bit more smart though and been like, you know what, I'm going to read these fucking emails out loud because everyone needs to see them and see how shady they are being. But because they did have a confidentiality stamp on it, I was a little bit scary too. I was like, oh, I ain't trying to get sued by Morphe because obviously they're going to win. You know what I mean? So I was like, let me not talk about it. Let me just tell my story. I left those videos up no matter what. Even when they actually had saw my very first video of me calling them out, they reached out to me and tried to make things right. Y'all, a week later, they ended up doing me dirty again, but I still left that first video up in the meantime to where they were still fixing it. Do you know what I mean? And then obviously they ended up doing me way more dirty after that, but I left it up nonetheless because I really do feel like at the end of the day, like, people need to see this type of stuff because you can't have people thinking like, oh, they're a great company to work for. And oh my gosh, I want to work for them. If this continues to be an ongoing thing. So I am, I got to keep it real. I am a little disappointed in that content creator from last video that I had talked about, Juvia's Place, for deleting that because I do think that, her leaving her video up and her telling her story would help people out so that way they can be a little bit more proactive when working with a brand like Juvia's Place. Now, this content creator that we are going to be talking about within today's video, she is specifically saying because of the TikTok ban supposedly going to come to an end, which, by the way, if you guys did not check it out, I made a video talking about this. I talked about like Jeffree Star, going off about the TikTok ban. And that, y'all, within that video, I had asked you guys, and I'm like still asking you, well, actually, by the time you guys see this video, the TikTok ban would or would not have taken place by now. So I guess we'll all know by then. But I had said within there, I don't know why, for some reason, I just have a feeling it's not going to get banned. Nonetheless, that's all besides the point. She had said because the ban is supposed to be taking place that she wants to go ahead and put it out there on blast about Juvia's Place not paying her. And I'm just like, oh my God, like what is going on with Juvia's Place? I don't understand how they're continuously reaching out to content creators. And y'all, like I said, if you guys want to be nosy, I have said this before, head over to Reddit, type in Juvia's Place not paying content creators. You guys will see multiple, and I do mean multiple people, coming forward stating that Juvia's Place has not paid them. Like, y'all, literally when I did that other video before talking about Juvia's Place, I brought up some other things from, I want to say 2022, 2023, to where some content creators, like many of them, have came out on Twitter calling out Juvia's Place for not paying them. And I'm like, what's going on here? Like, clearly this is an issue, and I feel like at this point, like, it's kind of grimy. It's giving like really, really shady vibes. You know what I mean? Because it's like the fact that they're reaching out to people for content and they're getting that content, but then they're not paying. is mind-blowing to me. And y'all, by the way, I did mention to you guys before, in case you guys don't want to rewatch that video, or if you guys did not watch that video, I had mentioned it before that, you know, a lot of these brands will have people sign like a net 90, meaning that they have 90 days to pay you. That clearly is like going beyond the point with Juvia's Place, because that other creator had said it's been well over 90 days. This creator said the same thing. So I'm like, okay, clearly they're just trying to get by with, like, you know, free content. And also, I have to say this too before playing this girl's TikTok. I think a lot of creators are scared to like speak up about a brand, because I think that they think it's going to give other brands a bad like taste in their mouth of this content creator. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to work with this person because they're going to put us on blast if anything goes wrong. And I'm just kind of like, yo, at the end of the day, I feel like a brand is going to want to work with you if they want to work with you. So if you have a bad experience with one brand, no, that does not speak for all brands, but still leave that story up so that way people can see, you know, your story about the situation. So with that being said, go ahead and check out this new content creator who is calling out Juvia's Place for not paying her.
If TikTok gets deleted, I am telling. Yeah, no, I am telling. I'm telling on all you motherfuckers. First of all, Juvia's Place, hi. Before this app gets deleted, we have beef. Why did it take you 6 months to pay me on 3 videos that I made for you? And the only reason you paid me is because I got management that threatened to sue you. And then for the next 6 months, so this is going on a year, I had other creators messaging me asking me if I had gotten paid yet, because they hadn't yet. Still hadn't gotten paid. Might I add, the least amount of money I've ever made from a brand deal. And it took them the longest I've ever had to wait to be paid on a 90-day contract. 6 months on a 90-day contract. That voids the contract. Okay? So, moving forward, now that we're not going to have like super visible content that immediately shoots out to people, if you are moving from this app to Instagram and Juvia's Place wants to work with you, I recommend you don't. It's unfortunate. I loved their blush and their concealer, but I won't even promote them now, because the way that whoever's running it does things is a scam. It's rude. It's a scam. Yeah. So, yeah, that's terrible. You were working with small creators and not paying them. I couldn't pay my rent that month that I was expecting that money, and that really sucked. So thank you, Juvia's Place.
As y'all saw from right there, yet again, this just seems to be an ongoing thing with Juvia's Place. I think, look, and y'all know that I am always the person that's going to give the benefit of the doubt. I always hope that like brands and people can learn and grow. I've said this before, actually, when talking about Patrick Ta. I think that a lot of these brands, like, they hire people, say for example, a marketing team or like whatever, just to do like a social media team, whatever they want to put that category under. They hire these people, and I think that they obviously rely on them to do that work. But then obviously, and look, that's why I said with Patrick Ta, I was like, okay, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. This is the first time that this is coming out, right? And I have to say, with brands like Juvia's Place, being that this has been going on now for like, I want to say 3 years, it's like, oh my gosh, like I feel like the benefit of the doubt is running out now, because now it's kind of like, okay, you've been put on blast by multiple people multiple times, and this seems to be an ongoing thing. I totally understand that brand owners hire different people for different departments. Like I said, whether it be marketing, whether it be social media team, whatever the case may be, whether accounting team, whatever it is, it's like, okay, they may mess up and obviously make your brand look bad, but obviously that's when you need to pull the strings and fire the people that are doing all of these bad things, because obviously it's bringing down your brand. And I'm going to be so for real with you guys. I look at a brand and I'm like, yo, Juvia's Place has some bomb products. Like, they have really, really good products for a very affordable price. Oh, excuse me. And it would make me kind of sad to be like, I'm never going to purchase from them again. You know what I mean? But obviously, I'm like, damn, if these fools keep on being so damn shady like that, obviously it's going to end up getting like that, because I feel like that's just really grimy. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of brands this day and age are surviving because of content creators. So I feel like these brands need to pay their content creators. I do hope that they settle this out. I do hope that they fire whoever is in charge of doing their, content creation and supposed to be paying them, because this is absolutely insane that, like, y'all, I have talked about this so many damn times now, and it just seems to be an ongoing thing. And Juvia's Place is growing more and more. Like, some of their products are now sold in Target. They're sold at Ulta. Like, y'all, they're a really popular brand, and they should have this all situated by now. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.